The unfortunate truth is that most artists, most freelancers, even business owners, small business owners, they don't know what good marketing is. And I know that because I was an artist myself. I was a freelancer. And I thought that, the art will take care of itself, which is, pretty childish of me to think that years ago. But that's what I thought. I thought that just by strictly having the technical skill to do something, to create a product, in that case a photo or a video, that art will, or that piece of content will speak for itself. And I was terribly, terribly wrong, because you have to communicate what your skill is, what you have to make people pay attention, and that is the core of marketing. That is psychology. Whenever we think of marketing, the other unfortunate truth is that it's usually just relegated into two categories, which is, one is the marketing that is taught by university professors who has never really ran a Facebook ad in the past, so they don't really know what a social network looks like. They don't know what digital marketing is. Their materials are outdated, which is what I hated in university. And then there's the other side of marketing, which is the grind set guru bros, Sigma bros teaching drop shipping. I am not in between, I'm not within those two categories. I would say that there's a middle ground of marketing that is not too rooted in useless theory, or not even too rooted in money or data, which those are important too. But the thing that makes marketing operate, the thing that makes data, why we have data, why we learn the theory of marketing, why we learn the data side and the math side of marketing, is really the core of it is the creative. Within the core of marketing, that is the piece that you have to really learn, and that means that you have to learn psychology, you have to learn persuasion and communication, and really that is a study of people. Creative is a study of people, of psychology. Here's my story. 5 years ago, I was a freelance videographer / photographer, so I was in the visual arts, and that was going okay. I wasn't really making survival money out of it, but I was making good money here and there. And then COVID happened. And then I had to rethink where my life was heading towards. And the good thing about events that set fire up your ass is that you are pushed to action. And that really made me rethink about my freelancing business back then. And the truth of it was that it wasn't as profitable it wasn't enough to fund me to live off of. And if that was the route that I was gonna go towards, then I can't just stagnate and just push and believe that people will pay attention and will see my work as important without me communicating or being of use to people. And that led me to learning more about marketing, about learning more about digital marketing. And that's also when I started working for a DTC brand. And I learned so much from that, from that time of my life, because it forced me to look at my work not in a romantic way. Because back then I thought of art as, the pinnacle of life. And every artist goes through a phase of romanticizing their work and romanticizing their process. And what marketing and trying to earn a living off of it has taught me is, in order for your work to be of value to other people, you really have to be of service. You have to give value to people. And unfortunately, a piece of pretty video and a pretty photo does not really give a lot of value. It doesn't even grab people's attention, which is really important these days. And so marketing really has taught me how to use my skills for the best and how to be of service to other people. Knowing what I know now about marketing, I probably would have been able to scale my video and my photo business back then so much easier. But because I started learning more about this new field, I grew to love it even more than I loved visual arts. And it also made me realize that technical skills like taking videos and taking photos, it's only as useful as you can really market yourself doing it, or you can market your skill. And I saw the importance of marketing, of communication and persuasion over the hard technical skill, because graphic design, all these visual arts, they're important, and a lot of businesses want them. But as we head towards a world where there's AI everywhere, and you can create a 10-second video out of nothing just using your computer, video, photo, like these technical skills are getting easier and easier to outsource, or even getting easier and easier to make. And sometimes you don't even need people to make them. And it's a brand new world. It's that's an entirely different ball game, and also different topic in itself. But what I'm trying to say is that these technical skills, they also fuel your knowledge about marketing. For example, if I was coming from a photo and a video background, that meant that anything that I make when it comes to marketing materials, like making ads, my background in video and photo really influences what I can make, because I know what the production looks like. I know how to use a camera, and knowing the background of it, I know how to produce branded ads for 1/10 of the cost, because I have that knowledge. I learned that technical knowledge in the past. In order for people to pay attention to you and even pay you, you really have to give them something of value, and that will lead you to learning what is important to people. Like, what do they want, what do they value, what are their problems, what solution are you going to give them. And that is the foundations of marketing, because it's a study of people, it's a study of psychology and persuasion and needs of people. If you're a small business owner, a freelancer, or an artist, learning marketing or learning the psychology behind marketing is so vital nowadays, especially with the prevalence of social media, where it's all about attention. And if you want your business to grow, then it's all about attention and giving value. And that really builds your fundamentals when you try to put out your work out there, put out your product out there. So how would you learn effective marketing? I would say be bullish on alternative education. Traditional education, universities and schools as we know it, is getting really, really outdated, and it's getting less and less competitive nowadays. And so if you can get the same result for $900 as opposed to going to university for 3 years and putting in like $10,000 for the same amount of value, there's no competition. Like, go for alternative education. There's so many options and resources out there in YouTube, in online course portals like what is it called? Skillshare, Udemy, Coursera. There's a bunch of them. You can also learn from social media profiles, like marketers who constantly post their campaigns, who has what worked before in their campaigns. They post a lot of breakdowns in their Twitter feed, in their LinkedIn feed, in their Instagram feed. Like, immerse yourself within the space of digital marketing, and make sure that you also read books, you listen to podcasts. There's a bunch of really, really thoughtful and also valuable podcasts when it comes to marketing. And I'm going to link, my personal favorites down in the description, so make sure you check those out. And that's it for now.